Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So tonight's statement is Vanessa McBride, the trash Fairmont Crest. Oof. This woman is just every single time she says that she loves her husband, and yet she disrespects him at every single goddamn turn. She makes my goddamn stomach turn. Now we're gonna sit there and talk about all the soaps. You know how we do. Hit the like button as you're coming in. Amy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Tommy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Allison's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Yeah, Tommy, we gotta sit there and talk about our girl Claire Bear because she's been pissing me off royally. Thank you, Sean. How have you been? It's good to see you again. Hope all is well. Wow, this top is shitty. Francis in the chat. How you doing tonight? And Allison's also in the chat, even though people can't see him. Busy week, I know, Sean. I know. That's why I wasn't here the first 2 days. So I feel you on being busy. She is, Francis. Let me tell you something about Claire, Tommy. This is something that somebody said in the comment section. Either give Kyle a chance or dump him because this back and forth bullshit ain't working for nobody. You know, I remember she sat there and said, "There's just times that I see him and I just want to run away." What are you, fucking 12? Gorgeous Queen Janet, how are you doing tonight? It's good to see you, Janet. I hope all is well with you. Um, yeah, she just was good, Big Nate. How are you doing? I hope all is well with you. It's good to see you again. He didn't really miss that much of anything, John. Besides, just watch my reviews. I'll catch you up. Rosemary, how are you doing tonight? Just another one that's just on one. And she's sitting there talking about, oh, well, men is not going to sit there and defy us. I'm like, girl, you fucked up your relationship. Shut your dumb ass up. Allison says you're right. Out in your review, they need to, they need to dig Nathan's grave up and see who's in that casket. Facts, yes. James says, so when it's Eric says that, seems like taking forever. What's up with that? Yeah, I just can't wait for this shit to be over with. I can't wait for this whole Monica thing to be over with. Because it's just sad and depressing. Yeah, Tommy, I miss doing them. I miss doing them, Tommy. What's good, Double C? How are you doing? I miss doing them, Tommy. It's just B&B. It's a lot easier to do and just to kind of, you know. Allison says, I saw the casket when Nathan's in the casket going onto hole in the ground. Janet says Monica's passing is dragging. Um, is he really losing now, Tommy? If Claire's being so flip floppy, I don't find that to be a loss. I don't feel like he's losing anything if she's so damn undecided on what she wants to do. That's my whole thing. And she's like, well, maybe I need to sit there and date more people and not just be beholden to one person. Then just shut up and do it already. What's good, Black Mon? 30 miles where I live, but I'll go. Yeah, definitely get that checked out. Tanya Beyond the Gates continue to be trash soap opera like Bold and the Beautiful. A little bit better than Bold and the Beautiful. Not by much, but a little bit. Francis says, I think Sally and Kyle will get together. Um, I mean, Billy keeps fucking up, so I guess you. I mean, part of me feels like you can't sink much lower. I mean, Sally isn't. Listen, I don't feel bad for Sally. I don't. You hitched a ride. You you left your job, a prominent job that you said you were good at. You left it for, as you put it, sweet talk. I'm doing good, Black Man. It's good to see you. Everything that she said, she made sense. What's good, Krista? Um, everything, everything that she said, she made sense. And yet she's still going to sit there and take Billy back. So, like, what was the point of making all that declaration of everything that she said? Yeah, you walked right. You decide to leave your. First of all, what person decides to leave their job, a prominent job, to go work at a startup company? Doug is a goddamn loser. Honestly, tell you the truth, I don't even care where they put Doug at. I don't give two flying shits where they put Doug at. That dude is a damn loser. What's good, Eagle? Who's the best villain on GH? Willow, Drew, Esme, or Peter? I found Peter to be a fun villain, Eagle, for GH. I found Peter to be a fun villain. Let me tell you something. So this weekend, I was watching a show called Passions, right? I was watching a show called Passions, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if y'all think that Drew is a terrible person, Alistair Crane is the definition of a monster in every single fashion. I might I might play our clip. It's a really good one, and it shows you just how much of a devious, horrible human being that he is. Francis says rumor out there that Faison's returning to GH. Where'd you get that rumor from? Was it like a Facebook thing or something? Yeah, Alistair Crane is the worst of the worst. So, like, y'all think that Drew is bad? Oh, so dirt. Okay. Y'all think that Drew is bad? He's worse. He is way worse. Like, he makes Drew look like a damn Care Bear. I mean, like I said, Tommy, for Vanessa's sister says she loves Doug and that she can't take off her ring. I was like, but you have no problem sitting there sleeping with other men. Darby says Peter August is the worst. The worst, worse than who? Allison, I'm telling you right now, yeah, yeah, he was bad. Alistair Crane is worse. What's good, Freddie? Oh, I have no idea, Francis. This is the first time I heard that from you telling me. So I'll look it up. So that's news to me. Then Drew as mayor. Well, I mean, if you're talking about GH people, then that's yeah. If you're talking about GH people, that's something entirely separate. I'm talking about just villains from different soap operas in general. It's out there. Okay, I'll take a look. Um, yeah, Krista. She was out of pocket yesterday, being upset that Curtis was having drinks with Jordan, and I'm like, girl, you sit there sleeping with Isaiah. You don't. Exactly, Allison. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, y'all haven't seen a villain until y'all seen Alistair Crane. Drew's a dick and kind of a scumbag, yeah, but Monique says Drew better know show his ass at Monica's service, neither should Carly or Sonny. Yeah. That's why when Carly and Sonny sat there and said that they respected Monica, it was like, really? Portia came across as a hypocrite. That's the thing about Portia. Portia came across as a hypocrite. It sounds like a nice little pretty speech that Maggie. First of all, let me tell you something. Maggie was out of pocket when she was sitting there talking to Tony because she was like, "I can't believe you're sitting there trying to take our company. Why are you being so petty?" I was like, "Your family literally stole the mayor right from under them, but you want to call Tony petty? Like, really? You want to call him petty? And you stole the company." Listen, Brady was right. Brady was like, "Yo, listen, let's sit there and try to get some money from this before we wind up getting no money from this." It's a lose-lose situation. Maggie, her little speech, I'm like, that sounds all nice, but what are you gonna do to back it up? Like, yeah, let's go. Let's sit there and go, James. What's the plan? I don't know. If you're talking about, well, yeah, I didn't watch tomorrow's episode yet. Um, I've been having issues with trying to watch like earlier episodes because like it seems like it's coming from one person, and every time they record stuff, there's a commercial break. You're missing parts from it. It's and it's been like the last 2 days. I've been sitting there trying to like watch like early episodes. I just said fuck it. I was like, you know what? I'd rather watch mine's not looking all fugly and everything. It's the same thing with GH. Um, what's good, Cherry Ice Cream? How you doing tonight? It's good to see you. Cherry, was you there on Sunday? I don't think well, Tommy, I don't think anyone actually deserves a wife like Vanessa, if we're gonna be honest. So Freddie says Albert Portia has the nerve to yell at Curtis and catch an attitude towards Jordan about cause they had drinks and talking while she was spinning. Yeah, okay. Is that exactly what I said. Yep. No, it's not the same. You was here on Sunday, right? Cherry? I think you was here on Sunday. I know you're here on Saturday. I just wonder if you were here on Sunday. Sean says, I hope Britt goes with Jason to Monica's funeral, but who knows? Tommy says, how do you feel about the nanny is the hypocrite? I don't feel like she's a hypocrite. I just feel like, oh, you did? Oh, okay. I thought you were there. You got to go back and watch that stream. Though. It was good. Tommy, I don't feel like the nanny is a hypocrite. I feel like the nanny is a flip flopper. Okay, she admits that she's intentionally pushing him away. Right? I'm like, make up your mind on what you want to do. Okay, you want to sit there and try to work things out. It's like pick a lane. That's what I'm saying to the same time. You pick a lane. Either you want to work this out with Kyle, or you don't. You want to explore the stuff with Holden, but just pick a fucking lane. Francis says, "How do you feel? How do you think they will explain what happened with Nathan?" Oh, I have no idea. Like, I really don't. I think it's mostly because like I think the only yeah, I don't know. No, I can't sit there and say. Only thing I thought, like I said, French, the only thing I thought in the back of my mind was like, what are you gonna sit there and when are you gonna look up that casket? I think that's my whole thing. When are you gonna look up that casket? Because I'm like, they're doing all the DNA testing, fingerprints. What about the casket? Who's in the goddamn casket? Monique says if Drew shows up, I want them to say, "Oh, now you care about Monica. Where was this when you tried to destroy her family crap?" You know, I mean, it's possible, Sean. I mean, yeah, they keep saying, "Well, his brain is in a jar. His brain is in a jar." And I'm like, how do we know that that's his brain? You know, I mean, you had two people that showed up from the dead. I don't know if the actor is actually alive, but let's see. I mean, granted, yeah, they can always get another actor, but let's see if there's actor actor that played Faison on General Hospital. Eagle says Claire, I feel like is not ready for a serious relationship. I think she wants to have fun. She should break it off. Exactly. Oh, 69. God damn. Okay. Yes. Oof. Krista says, hold on. Oh, I mean, I think it's Krista. I don't really do couples. I would sit there and say this much though, Krista. I feel like with Spinelli, they worked back in the day when Spinelli was more the nerd and Maxie was more the fashionista. Now I feel like it's not really there anymore. You know, like that appeal, I feel like it's kind of done. You know, it worked more back then because like they were so different. You know, and so I guess for a lot of people it's just more intriguing. But now it's like it's not really the same. You know, but I don't know. I not really a huge relationship person, so I'm really not qualified to answer that question. I honestly tell you the truth, I don't really care about Maxie and Nathan to be honest. So I thought it was interesting with Peter before they decide to flip him. You know, Peter, had a bad reputation, but he was making a name for himself and he was doing something like more different and stuff. And then they just decided to just make him a villain. It's like it's the same thing with like Luna on The Bold and the Beautiful. They just decided to make her a villain, you know? Like, what are we doing? So, and at that point, you knew his time was done. You knew his time was done. Thank you, Francis. 25 people in the chat and 12 likes. Yep, hit that like button. And Sean says Carly is annoying. Krista says I prefer Nathan, but I'm getting my hopes up after the Lucky sad return. Lucky was a flop, but I feel like the truth of the matter is I feel like Lucky was a flop because the actor was flip flopping. You know, I don't think that I don't think he was fully ready to come back. I mean, in his interview, he said that it was a He said it was an experiment. That those are the words he used. Um, Jonathan. Yeah, yeah, and that's on the actor. He said that he had so much other stuff going on. Dude was busy as hell, and yet you decide to sit there and sign on to a show. Like, what are you doing? You're just wasting everyone's time. Darby says both men were good for Maxie in different ways. Nathan for Maxie, adventurous side, Spinelli for Maxie's domestic side. Both were good men. Monique says, was Smitty wrong or right in his conversation with June? I think there could have been a better way he could have handled it without being so defensive, you know? Because I'm like, yo, listen, like Martin said, he was at a diner. She was at a diner. Like, there was one point where he tried to sit there and be like, hey, listen, one phone call and I'll make all this go away. And I was like, bro, why don't you relax a little bit? Like, Smitty has been starting to get on my nerves, but specifically with Martin, because it gets to a point where it's like you can only apologize so much before you're just like, you know what? I'm done apologizing. I'm done apologizing. I'm done trying to sit there and make things right. If you are not ready to forgive me, and, this whole Martin Smith, they're constantly sucking up to Smitty. Like after a while, it's like, bro, like have some goddamn self respect. Oh Lord, I'm gonna wait till later on to sit there and explain why that's yeah. Freddie says, I don't want to see Sonny and Carly at Monica's funeral. They put her and the rest of the Quartermain family through hell. All the trauma Michael been through, Sonny shooting Michael, birth dad. Yeah, a lot of people feel like it's going to be out of pocket. Exactly, Allison. He had no intention on sitting up there staying, so I don't really understand what he was doing there. What's good, Amber? Well, I'm glad somebody thought he was funny. Like, Tommy, I'm glad you thought that dog was funny. That's good. Allison says you can't live in Nashville and have a job requiring you to be in LA. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're just wasting everyone's time. Yeah, that is correct, LaShawn. And what's good, Anthony, the number one YouTuber? How you doing? Deke. Derek is faking it. Yes, he's a scumbag. He's a scumbag. I didn't understand the scene with Ted and June. Even though that June, listen, the only thing I would sit there and say positive about that is is that June? It looks a little bit better. W says I want to recommend a new series on Prime Hotel with that young bald black guy from Grey's Anatomy. It's really good. Sort of like Magnum PI with an Italian River. It's funny. I'm actually planning on getting Amazon Prime tomorrow because I want to watch Gen V. So I'll take a look. Oh, Monique is watching it. Eagle says the way Maxie's mom was looking at Nate, I thought they were a couple of. Yeah, the way she was sitting there acting, right? I was like, girl, you sitting there acting like that's your man or something. I was just gonna sit there and say that, right? So, at some point, Maxie is coming back, right? Maxie's coming back. What's good, Mika? Nathan is back. What's gonna happen with Maxie and Spinelli at this point, now that Nathan's back? Because that's the thing. That's a game changer right there. That is a straight up game changer. Yeah, that's a really good question, Allison. I mean, here's the thing. When I came back and I started watching it again, when I came back, it's funny, Freddie. She said that she was coming back like maybe around like November or December, give or take. But when I started watching the show, um, Maxie was going out with a guy named Levi. Valerie was good, Valerie. And I remember that whole thing. It was this stupid love triangle between Valerie and Lionel was pretty good. Mika, Lionel was pretty good. Lionel was good. Tommy says, "Do you think Kyle was doing too much today?" Kyle was drunk. Kyle was drunk. So I think when you're drunk, you kind of do a little too extra. Audrey wasn't helping, but you know, Levi. Listen, Levi made Maxie look very weak, very needy, very stupid. Yeah, probably remember this, but there was an episode. There was a story, and Maxie did something. She wanted to see her daughter, I think, and Nathan was going to lie on the oath, right? For Maxie, he was going to lie on the oath, and only three people knew that Nathan was lying, and that was Maxie, that was the lawyer, and it was Nathan. And so, she didn't wind up seeing her daughter that day because like somebody called in and pretty much told the judge that Nathan was lying. And Nathan was like, "Yo, listen, the only people that knew was us and Levi." I'm like, obviously Levi's the person that told the judge. Um, Levi was the person that um, told the judge on y'all to make you not to make you to make it where you wouldn't get to see your daughter. But instead of Maxie actually sitting there calling Nathan out, I mean Levi out, she just went to bed and like nothing came from it. I'm like, why are you making Maxie look this stupid? Who was the Mac caught Max in the closet with the hospital? All I'm gonna sit there and say about that is stop sitting there telling that woman how to grieve. What's good, Taiwan? Stop telling that woman how to grieve. Okay, everybody, you have Lois that they're telling Tracy how to grieve. You have Ned that they're saying, well, you got to go to the funeral because if you don't go to the funeral, it's like, how about you just let this woman grieve? Like, why does Lois feel the need to psychoanalyze her? Psychoanalyzing somebody on a good day is never a good idea. But doing at a time like that, like you know where she's at, you know where she's gonna be at, right? Talk to her, you make sure she's all right, and then you give her goddamn things. I know for the sake of the show, they gotta do what they gotta do, but like, oh, that's so cute, Darby. Um, how original. Yeah, it's my whole thing is like it seems that Drew, even with Monica's death, is not going to change that man. Jordan was like, maybe you need to sit there and take a look at your life and kind of reevaluate some shit. And all he did was practically sat there and said, it's Michael and everybody else's fault that Monica, kicked me out the house. I was like, no, it's your fault that you got kicked out the house. But I mean, it's like on Days of Our Lives. I don't know how many people watch Days of Our Lives, but Sophia's sitting there blaming Johnny for, ruining her life. I was like, no, you spreaded your legs and you decided to have a baby before you were ready to deal with the consequences is what ruined your life. But you want to sit there and blame everybody else. You want to blame Johnny. It's Johnny's fault. Not to mention that the actress that's playing Sophia is a shitty actress. But for some odd reason, they want to sit there. You know what Sophia is? She's a knockoff Jan Spears. That's all she is. She's a knockoff Jan Spears. I don't know, Francis. I mean, I saw her a couple of days ago. I imagine she's fine. Um, but yeah, if you give her a couple more days, I'll check. That's all. That's all. That's all she is, sharing. But I'm pretty sure, Francis. I'm pretty sure Jeff will like you asking about her. So I'll let her know. Rosemary's, yeah, she's not a very good actress. She sucks. Yeah, she's not a good actress. I don't understand for Days of Our Lives fans why they want to sit there and choose to focus on this teen story. I think that Days of Our Lives fans deserve better than what they're getting. I might want to do a review tomorrow on Days of Our Lives. Yeah, of course, Francis. She'll appreciate that. I might want to do a review on Days of Our Lives, especially if they do the whole Monica's funeral tomorrow. I'm not gonna watch that. Um, I'm just simply not. I'm not gonna watch it, and I'm not gonna do a review on it. Tommy, I'm not gonna lie. That was another dumbass thing. First of all, Andre and Danny were the worst. Or the actors, were the worst at trying to be fake drunk. Okay, that was number one. It was so hard to sit there and watch both of them sit there and try to act fake drunk. I'm like, no. Thank you, Francis. 33 people in the chat and 22 likes. Yeah, I guess I gotta cheat. I gotta cheat. Ego says Sophia is really one of the dumbest characters of all time and a bad actor too. Every time she's on screen, my teeth starts cracking. How cringy her acting is, and how yeah, exactly, Ego. It is a, it is becoming a chore to watch those scenes with her because they're just so goddamn bad. Yeah, Rosemary, I'm actually want to doing that because I don't think I'm gonna want to do a general hospital review. Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, their little bedroom scene was a little bit more funnier. Um, like them since they're trying to act like drunk was just Igor says get her some professional help. I'm like, where am I? Tomorrow and Friday. Oh wow, okay, so that's two episodes I'm gonna be probably skipping and fast forwarding through. All right. Well, thank you for letting me know. I'll make sure I'll avoid that. Okay. So yeah, 23 likes and yeah, 23 likes and 33 people in the chat. So hit the like button. God damn, bro. Oh, you know it's actually funny. Krista, not that this has anything to do with yeah, that's gonna happen at some point too. But because it's sad and I don't want to watch it. That's why, Darby. It's sad. I don't want to watch it, and I want to protect my mental health. So I'm not gonna go there. But on a positive side, Billy Flynn, I think that's his name. You know, Chad, Days of Our Lives, Kane, Ashby on Young and the Restless. James wound up doing a he wound up doing an interview with her. So I will link it. If I remember, I will link it in my community tab for people to watch it. So I will do that before I go to bed tonight. I think I watched like 10 minutes of it before I had to sit there and work. Oh, okay. So yeah, nope, I'm not doing that, Darby. I absolutely will not. I know that you're joking, and I can appreciate that, but I'm not doing it. So, um, I mean, listen, I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow, so if people want to sit there and talk about it, they can. Yeah, I'm not doing it, Sean. It's too sad, and I'm not. I'm protecting my mental health. But yeah, I'm just like I am not. I'm no, 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 no. Can't do it. Can't do it. Tommy says, "Are we meeting the twins?" Yeah, disappointing twins Lily, um, that Lily raised. Freddie says, "I'm with you, Albert. I lost both my parents years ago, so I won't watch the tribute. I'll just be too emotional. But rest in peace to Monica Quarterman." Yes, yeah, I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, yeah, I understand. Spikework says the problem with this Sophia is all she does is whine and cry. The old Sophia was seductive and rude. She had a certain flair to her. Yes, she had a certain. Yeah, she had a certain flair to her. Um, but I listen, Darby. I appreciate the humor. I appreciate the humor. Um, I don't know, Alice. That's a good question. But yeah, I can't with Sophia. And like I said, also the actress is not really that good though too, Spider-Quake. So like that's another problem. Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna sit there and say. How is Lisa gonna sit there and take it? Yeah, Rosemary, I'm just like I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. What's good, Jess? Francis just meant to ask me how are you? Alice said that you just watched GH clips on YouTube. It has been a minute, Jess. Like 2 days felt like just like, you know, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. But unfortunately I had to take off those 2 days, so it was like just back to back just nonsense. Like my job wanted me to stay late one day, then wanted me to be there super early the next day. Oh, I saw how to adjust. He literally said how to adjust. So they really got Doug out here. Yo, listen, like I said, Doug's a loser. Doug's a guy. I mean, Doug's a loser. We all know that Doug is a loser. Okay, that's pretty obvious. Vanessa is trash stuff. Vanessa is goddamn trash. Um, listen. I don't care what happens, Doug. I don't care where they put him at. Let that actor go on vacation for a while. I'm tired of seeing his pitiful ass face. To be honest, Danny Bear 87. Make sure you subscribe to Danny Bear 87. You know, Darby, you kind of gave me a good idea. Oh shit. Um, yeah, but yeah, subscribe to Danny Bear 87. But just as Vanessa and Portia, Queen of the South, how's the Queen doing tonight? Oh, just that Vanessa and Portia both acting the same, both got on my nerves. Yeah, like goddamn hypocrites. How is the lovely Queen doing tonight? It's good to see you, Queen. Wow. Of course, Queen, of course. I gotta see how the lovely Queen is doing. What Trina thinks she's doing, talking to Jordan, girl, Maya. It's funny too, Jess, because I sat there with like, girl, you need to stay in your lane. The problem with Trina is that usually Trina's lane is in the background somewhere that no one cares about, but like I understood. I understood where Trina was coming from. Of course, I think this theory is stupid as hell. So Trina went to see Jordan because she was like, "Hey, listen, if my parents split, right? Because you keep luring him to the dark side, and my parents split, and the cops find out is it was Drew because of it. Like Drew was the one that split them up. Then they're gonna sit there and look at my parents. I'm kind of just like, wouldn't they eventually look at your parents either way? Like, I mean, let's be honest, they already snitched. They're looking at Curtis. Nah, she just needs to stay in her. Oh, just I miss your opinion. Danny. Okay, let me hold on. Danny said Portia needs to shut up. Getting mad, getting mad. Curtis was just having a drink with Jordan while she's been passively hugging Isaiah. Yeah, definitely out of pocket. Curtis says, Albert, I would understand that you wouldn't want to do a review with the whole Monica funeral tribute. There's a lot of things we can't escape from, but death isn't one of them. Yep, exactly. That's exactly why I'm not doing it. When you get the chance, read my comment. I'm trying to spider. There's like, I don't know, like 80, 100 other comments. Give me a second. Okay, there you go. You said me and Jess. I thought it was Jess's turn. But then just let me tell you something about Portia. The nerve of her to get mad at Curtis for drinking while she was banging Oz. Yeah, 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 that's exactly what I was saying in the beginning. Yes. Yeah, no, it's fine. You're right. You're right. No, 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 no. But that's what Smith is saying. Like, and what do her parents not being together have? No, no, no. But you're right about that, Spider. You're right. I said that in the beginning. Like, like we both on the same page. What's good, Jonathan? I'm gonna wait till 9 o'clock, and then I'm gonna show y'all some true evil. Okay, Jonathan, 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 you were here Sunday. Oh yes, I do, Jonathan. I'm when I get a chance tomorrow, I'm gonna sit there and read his Wikipedia. Now, Jonathan, I'm gonna do something I normally don't do. I'm only gonna show them the three clips of of the guy that we saw on Sunday. I want them to see some true evil. They want to sit there and think they want also why did they have to rescue Tracy? They couldn't just Jesus Christ. I said the same thing, Jess. I was like, how about you just let her grieve? How about you let this woman grieve the way that she's gonna grieve instead of sitting there trying to tell her how she's gonna grieve and psychoanalyze her. Alistair Crane. I normally don't do it, but yes, wait till you see. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And why did they take a plane to New Jersey? I guess it'd be faster. Plus, they're rich. Plus, they're rich. See, it's funny. I didn't even have to sit there and read Spider comment, and I knew Spider was gonna sit there and say that. Yeah, I'm like, don't tell somebody how to grieve. Don't do that. I don't do that. But no, Jonathan, thank you for the sending the other clips. I really do appreciate that. I mean, Atlantic City was nice when I went. Well, of course not. Louis is around the blue cotton candy is the best. It is. It's been a while since I've been there, but it's nice though. As long as you don't go to the sketchy parts, you're good. Spikewood says Albert and GH. They even fly for PC New York to New York City. Like what? Oh, you mean like Spencer and Trina? Shit, Spencer and Trina when they went to New York to visit like the art museums and stuff. When is Deacon going to tell Remy that his dad is Deacon Sharp? I think that's probably the least important question. Okay, Jess, we're gonna sit there and play my favorite game in about 9 o'clock. So, and you already know what that is. There you go, Darby. Yes, exactly. Yes. Listen, okay. Now Danny said, I don't like Deke. He's trying to start mess between Deacon and Sheila. I think Sheila did that shit all on her own. Okay, Jonathan, make sure you be back around 9 o'clock. Well, if you can. But you already seen it, so you already know. You already know. You already seen it. So but nah, Sheila did that when she's there supporting her. Um, Smitty stayed doing too much. Spider Martin's new husband, not his awkward looking son. Jesus Christ, Sheila should have been the one to tell Deacon, not his awkward looking son. Yeah, yeah, she's being a loving grandmother, supporting her rapist of a goddamn granddaughter. I'm sorry, um, taken advantage of, because this is where I said, Danny, I kind of figured you would know. Spider is funny. Um, I feel like he just came across as over. Oh, okay. Let me answer one question at a time. Um, Spider Quest says, Albert, you air know if Martin the smart one and the calm one, Smitty is doing too much. I feel like he's being overprotective. Uh, yeah, Jerry. Okay, so yeah, you weren't here on Sunday. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you. Thank you. You inspired me to do a couple of videos. So thank you, Sean. You're awesome. And yeah, you inspired me to do a couple of videos. So thank you, Sean. Ed, it's funny. I said that. Never mind. No, seriously, thank you, Sean. You're a G. We may not always agree on necessarily the same things, but you're cool people. And Rosemary says hi to you, Sean. Fine with the baby. Willow for a girl. Wow. Oh, okay. Wow. It's actually interesting, Spy. I didn't think of that. I wouldn't put it past the knockoff version of Jan Spears, but yeah. Listen, that'll be like Luke and Laura all over again, Danny. No, but I appreciate you, Sean. Thank you. You I don't know if you don't like this video that I may or may not put out, but and Ed is in the chat. Let's say what's up to Ed. Oh, Spy, you got a sense of humor. I like that. I like that. That's a good one. Just said, what was the point of Naomi and Jacob today? The story has been so bad. The show has been so bad. But yeah, I didn't understand the scene between Ted and June. I felt like that was like an odd pairing to have those two together. Like I really felt like it was just kind of odd. Like don't get me wrong, like it's nice that that June is looking a lot better. You know what? Listen, she's a lot less annoying. She's a oh, please tell me. Okay, you know what, Danny? How about you just say that here? Okay, you know what? Jess, this is your fault. You already know I'm gonna sit there and say. Um, I guess they're trying to put June and Ted together, but oh God. I mean, not like in a romantic sense. I wanna read this again. Danny said Luke brutally raped Laura. Luna just took advantage of the situation. Um, and Ed says, "How do you, Jess?" Right. All right. Yeah, that's one way to put it, Danny. I would just sit there and say maybe you shouldn't bring like that particular thing up in your stream. Just it's just an idea. Okay, so I normally don't do this, and I generally do this stuff in my member stream. But okay, yeah, I think I definitely need more alcohol. Um, I talked about it. Did you say in those exact words? Right. I'm only doing this once, and maybe. Oh, Danny, you know about Alistair Crane. So when people sit there and talk about Drew, and they say, "Oh my God, Drew's horrible. Drew's the worst." Yeah, he's a fucking Care Bear compared to Alistair Crane. So I'll give you an exact. I'll give you an idea of who he is if I can find it. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I think this is right.
Yes, Doctor. We'll see you then. Pay attention, Catherine. That was the doctor.
The doctor?
The surgeon who's going to erase that god-awful cosmetic surgery you underwent in an attempt to hide from me. He'll see you first thing in the morning.
So soon?
It can't be soon enough for me. I want you to look exactly as you looked the day I married you.
I don't know what difference it makes.
It makes all the difference in the world. This is the face that filthy lover of yours, Martin Fitzgerald, looked into all these years. You belong to me now. I want you to look the way I want. Is that understood?
Yes, Alistair.
Good. You're mine now, Catherine. Don't ever forget it. Once we get your face restored, we'll take care of the rest of you. Your hair's a mess. And these clothes.
Damn.
My God, Catherine. You look positively common.
Yes, Alistair. Whatever you like.
Oh, that's better. More like the old you. We'll have you back to being Mrs. Alistair Crane in short order.
But if you change my face back to the way it was, what about Julian and Sheridan, you told them I was dead. What are you going to tell everyone?
Nothing.
Nothing? I don't understand.
There's no need to tell anyone anything. No one's ever going to see you. No one's ever going to know that you've come back.
How is it possible? How can you keep people from knowing that I'm alive? Especially if I have plastic surgery and restore my old face.
Catherine, you're not paying attention.
People will recognize me.
Here's how it will work. After your cosmetic surgery, we'll go straight to the hunting lodge for your recuperation.
The hunting lodge, but that's so far away. It's so remote.
Now you're catching on. That's the point, my sweet.
How long will we be there?
Ah, the question of the evening. We'll be there forever. At least you will. I'll make the occasional foray home for appearance's sake.
You can't mean this.
Why not? You didn't actually think I was going to just let you come back and pick up where we left off.
But I thought you wanted me to resume my position as your wife.
In my bed. At my table, that's all. I couldn't possibly explain your sudden reappearance after lying and telling everyone you died all those years ago. I'd have to admit that you left me for that scurrilous cad, Martin Fitzgerald.
But I didn't leave you for him. We never were lovers back then. He was a caring friend.
As if anyone would believe that any more than I do. In the eyes of the world, it would look as if you chose him over me. I won't have that.
This doesn't make any sense.
Damn.
I thought when you proposed that I come back as your
I
wife,
don't care
it meant...
what you thought. No one causes Alistair Crane embarrassment, least of all his wife.
What?
As far as the world and our children are concerned, you're still dead. I'll keep you at the hunting lodge in total seclusion.
I don't want to go there.
I don't care what you want.
Damn.
It isn't as if you'll starve. You'll have everything you want. Designer clothes, hairdressers. You can even redecorate the lodge to your heart's desire.
None of that matters to me, Alistair.
Well, it better matter. Because it's going to be your life. Your whole life. From now on. But don't worry, darling. I will make frequent visits every night. We have a lot of lost time to make up for.
What?
But I waited so long to be around Julian and Sheridan and my grandchildren.
Then you shouldn't have left them in the first place. My heart doesn't bleed for you, Catherine, not one drop. You brought this all on yourself.
Damn.
But I want to be with my family.
You'll never see their faces again. No one must ever know that my wife left my bed for the bed of a Crane Company employee. My God, Catherine, if you had to cheat on me, couldn't you find someone with more class?
So, I'm gonna add. Jesus fucking Christ. Hold on. Let me take that off. So, before we get to the next clip, yeah. Y'all, y'all still think that Drew is the most evilest monster possible? I'm just gonna put a little spoilers. It gets worse. Oh, Allison, it gets worse. No. It gets worse.
No one must ever know that my wife left my bed for the bed of a Crane Company employee. My God, Catherine, if you had to cheat on me, couldn't you find someone with more class?
Martin has more class than what
I wouldn't finish that thought if I were you. I was fortunate when you ran off and I told everyone that you had died. Suddenly they believed me. So dead you will remain to everyone in the world except me.
But there's Martin.
What?
Yes, Martin. Martin knows that you're alive, but he will never see you again either.
You promised you wouldn't kill him.
Why would I want to, when I can cause him so much more pain by keeping you alive and away from him? He'll have to accept the fact that you're mine now, my most prized possession forever and ever. And I can have you whenever I want, which, as you'll no doubt remember, is often.
What?
I won't do it, Alistair. I won't do it. You make me sick. I won't do it, Alistair. I won't let you shut me away. And I won't be returning to your bed.
How dare you speak to me with such insolence? I give the orders here. I make the rules. I tell you when to jump and how high, and you obey. If you care about your children and your ex-lover.
You're even more cruel now than you were when I left you.
Well, if that's so, you only have yourself to blame. So what's it going to be, Catherine? Are you going to uphold your end of our bargain and return to me as my wife? Or are you going to forfeit the lives of everyone you love because of some residual streak of foolish pride? It's your choice. I don't mind killing any or all of them. Just say the word.
All right, Alistair. You win.
Jesus.
Well, that's more like it. No more insubordination. That's why you'll get no freedom. I gave you too much the last time. That's why you ran off. Well, it won't happen again. Is that understood?
Yes, Alistair. I'll never get to tell you how much I love you. I'll never get to tell you that I'm your mother. But at least you have Luis, who loves you with all his heart and makes you happy.
Where did you get an idea like that?
Because they're finally together. Thank God for that. My daughter deserves happiness.
Perhaps. But certainly not with Luis. I'm going to have him killed as soon as possible.
What?
You promised you wouldn't hurt anyone.
I never said a word about Luis. Well, he has to go. No two ways about it.
I won't allow it. My daughter has been through too much already.
Our daughter will survive without Luis. She'll be fine in time.
I won't let you use me like this, Alistair. The deal is off. I'm going back to Martin right now.
Not so fast, darling.
Oh, yes, let me go. The only reason that I consented to come back and be your wife again is because I believed that you were going to stop going after who I loved and who I cared about.
Stop fussing, Catherine. You know damn well you're going to give in to me. You always have and you always will. You're not going anywhere.
Yes, I
Wow.
Don't defy me, Catherine, or you'll regret it.
One step closer. I will kill you.
Y'all still think that Drew is the worst villain, the worst character ever? Really? There's one more clip. And I'm just gonna sit there and say this right now. As bad as these clips are, he's even far worse than the stuff that I showed y'all. He is no, Sean. He is vile.
Don't defy me, Catherine, or you'll regret it.
One step closer. I will kill you.
Yeah.
Give me the gun, Catherine. You don't even know how to use it.
Alistair, don't even try coming closer.
Just calm down.
Facts.
Your bluff is amusing, but quite lame. You don't have what it takes to take a human life.
How interesting, Alistair. Since you're not human, you're a cold-blooded monster who has destroyed more people than I can name. Well, guess what? It's over. I'm not gonna let you do this anymore. Someone has to stop you. And who better than the woman you've tortured and abused all these years?
Get off it, will you? You're not gonna use that. You're too scared, far too weak. You always have been. You couldn't even stand a little stress in our marriage to stay with your own children. No, you were so lily-livered you had to sneak off in the middle of the night with a company employee. You left your son and daughter high and dry.
I had no choice. Oh.
So many regrets.
Yeah. So, and granted, is this a soap opera about what? Yep. Yep. I'm Metalhead. That's Passions. And I don't remember, Darby. I gotta sit there and look into that, but I would say that this guy, he didn't believe in the word consent ever. Okay, consent was just not a thing for him. It just was not. Like it, I shouldn't even be laughing about that, but it. Yes, you have a good night, Sean. Thank you for joining. Okay, it is hot as fuck. You know what? Just to remind y'all people that Sonny is still a scumbag.
AJ's not bad. You are. You stole me from my real dad.
I was trying to protect you, buddy.
You hung AJ on a meat hook. Then you made him sign me away, didn't you? Didn't you?
There was more to it!
I hate you. I want my real dad.
Yeah, that's gonna stay in my library forever. Just to remind y'all who Sonny is. I wonder what happened to him though, Ed. I wonder what happened to him. But yeah, that was just a snippet of Alistair Crane. So next time y'all sit there and be like, oh my god, Drew's the worst, he's the worst ever. Ed says, Freddie says, yeah, but having a night, Sean. Thank you for joining again. Alistair Man is a pit bull dog villain. Drew's just, yeah, exactly. He makes it. Freddie, when I sit there and say that this man did not believe in consent, that was only half of it. He, yeah, he's definitely the personification of the word evil. Yep. That happened too. See, Danny knows. Fucking Danny knows. He did. I Metalhead. Yes, he did. Danny. I forgot the YouTuber's name, but he was like, they should bring Passions back. Oh, cool! I have a K in my name. That's awesome. See, fucking Danny knows. Danny knows. Kaiwan says Drill is really challenging Susan Moore in General Hospital. Some of the storylines it seems the same. He like whatever Drew is doing expired by Susan. Warren Albert Bostic with a K. Oh. Have a good night, Krista. Thank you for joining. Listen, I'm gonna sit there. Okay, I'm gonna try not to talk too much shit about Beyond the Gates. But Jonathan asked me one time. He was like, "Would you trade Passion for Beyond the Gates?" And I said, "In a fucking heartbeat." That's not even a question at this point. Like, I would seriously want them to put back on Passions and trade it for Beyond the Gates. Tommy says Doug is going to be missed by who? Who's Doug gonna be missed by? Doug, you went to a better. Oh, you went to a better place. Yeah, he did. Now, who the hell is he gonna be missed by? His wife don't give a shit about him. Have a good night, Freddie. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Rosemary. Thank you for joining. Danny says, I don't want Passions back. I don't think it'd be the same. A lot of key actors have died. Oh, yeah, that's true. I, I still want Passions back. Ella says, now we got to deal with non-actors. I was just there saying that before you came in. I was just there saying that before you came in. Yes. Um, and I said this before, but fuck it. Krista, I love Passions. Yeah, Passions is fucking awesome. I don't know if Jess is still in the chat, but I hope Jess saw it. Anyway, I guess just as a marketing tool, I do that, like focus on different characters, um, with a member stream. So definitely join. Well, did you see the clips before earlier with Alistair Crane? Danny, let me put it this way. Sophia ruined her own life. I don't understand why she's saying Johnny ruined her life. Sophia ruined her own goddamn life by spreading her legs before she was ready to sit there and have a baby. This school so far, Ed. I'm curious about this bully though. Kyle, I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what you're saying except for Vampire in Brooklyn, which was actually a good movie. It was actually a good movie. Yes, Allison, he did die, and it was probably the best thing that happened for the town of Harmony. Allison Crane was a monster in every sense of the word. Every sense of the word, he was a monster. He did things that I can't even sit there and talk about here. It would be funny if Tate isn't the baby's father. Why do I have a feeling like it's not? Like, like I said before, Danny, before you came in here, let me tell you something about Sophia. Sophia is a knockoff version. Is a knockoff version of Jan Spears. Nicole and T and Ted on. What do you talk about, Ed? I gotta sit there and check out Michael Fairman. Um, Billy Flynn was on JLJ Media. I think I watched like maybe 10, 15 minutes of it at like, 4:45, 5:30 in the morning. Really? Oh, Allison said his wife end up having plastic surgery and being. Oh, Allison, that I'm not too sure. I gotta go back and read his Wikipedia. But like I said, Allison, he oh my God, he was such a horrible human being. Like I said, Allison, you should. I can't sit there and say some of the stuff that he did, but I will sit there and say that consent wasn't a thing for him. He murdered his own son. Okay, like that's how he murdered his own son. He tried to kill his daughter multiple times. What am I doing with my hands? He tried to murder his daughter multiple times. He abused his wife in every single way possible. Oh, okay. Allison says, "Damn, why?" Oh, facts. See, fucking Danny is awesome. Danny is awesome. Danny said Allison had his daughter Sheridan electroshock therapy to forget about Lewis. Yes. Yeah. That was his own goddamn daughter. And then he said later on that like his daughter didn't even really mean much to him. Like daughters don't like really matter. He kept his family in line by basically saying that he was gonna disinherit people. Like again, I'm like, yo, y'all think that Drew is bad? Like Drew may be a scumbag, but like he had nothing on Alistair Crane. Nothing. Like the stuff that I read was just wow. But that's what we're getting into this. That's what we're getting into in the member circle now. And Jonathan gave me some great clips of another character that we're gonna be taking a look at. I don't think he's killed though, Ed. I think that he got drugged and sent somewhere. Um, but Doug is a loser. Let's just be very clear. Doug is a goddamn loser. Danny said Alistair never cared about Sheridan. Him and Julian got along a bit, but Alistair hated Eve and hid their kid from them. Valerie Vincent, that was some story. Oh, Alistair, yeah, no, we're definitely gonna watch Miss Lauren, yes. And Jonathan is back. Jonathan, I was just sitting there showing them a snippet of just how vile and terrifying and terrible that Alistair Crane was. Oh, also in the chat, just to let y'all know that if I get a hangover, it's Jess's fault. So I just want y'all just to know that is all Jess's fault. I mean, Jess is cool, but yeah, like I said, when I think you told me about him, I read up on him, and I was like, wow, he is Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to that, Jonathan. I am. I am. So thank you for that. James Steinbeck, yes. That's from Guiding Light, right? Same soap opera that Emma Ryans was on. I'm imagining, right? Oh no no no. As another word terms. Thank you. Tommy says, "Can Audra go get a job?" Um, Audra needs to go to Fairmont Crest. That's where Audra needs to go because she ain't got no job in Genoa City. Sally don't deserve Billy. Nobody does. Here we go. Darby's trolling. It's not like Jess is injecting aqua into your body. I would stop blaming strong women for your drinking. Um, Darby, let me tell you something. Me and Jess, we have an understanding. Okay, I say it's her fault. She understands it's her fault, and she accepts that. Johnson says Vanessa is beyond unfaithful. You know the thing that really gets me is when she sits there and says that she loves Doug, and I'm like, your your version of love is sick and twisted and terrible. Allison says, I hope Nate is really Nate and not brainwashed or anything. Yes, and understanding. Ask Jess. Jess will sit there and confirm everything that I'm saying. As says, I would the actor that plays Ted on Beyond the Gates has a video with the actress that plays the call, and he said he has another one coming out with the actress that plays. Oh shit! Okay. He also does have a YouTube channel. I gotta check it out. Okay, Darby, ask her. Yep, I'm not gonna say that, but okay. You know, it's funny, Jonathan. Tommy said the same thing. Yeah, no, listen. As 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 good men, we avoid Vanessa McBride's like, well, like the plague. We avoid them like the plague. You're see, yeah, Tommy, yeah. And also, sorry, chat. I didn't realize that the volume wasn't that high as I wanted it to be. But yeah, yeah, I get the idea. Yeah, I get the idea. Danny says I saw the video. Okay, we're gonna. I don't want Vanessa as a wife, disloyal and unfaithful. Well, yeah, I mean, I mean, granted, yes, nobody goes out their way to sit there and try to get a disloyal woman. Um, I mean, here's the thing, Jonathan. I don't think that they're going to kill Doggo. They're just going to put him on. They're just going to put him on ice for a little bit. They're going to put him on ice for a little bit. I don't think he's dead, Tommy. Because I think he said. I think they said something along the lines of like, where you're going, you don't have to worry about X, Y, and Z, right? So unless they plan on killing him off, I think that he's just. I don't think that Joey is going to do that. I think Joey's going to remove the problem, but not necessarily kill him. That's what I think. I didn't listen. I didn't expect. I didn't expect a scene with him and what you call it. And it says, do you think Kristen's family has what it takes to keep Titan? Because oh, the care. Do you think the Kiriakis family has what it takes to keep Titan? Because I was glad when Maggie told them they need to come together more than ever because Brady and Alex was ready to quit. Okay, so here's my and if I miss other people's comments, don't like get upset with me. Um, I said this before, but I'll say this again. First of all, Maggie was out of pocket. Okay, Maggie was out of pocket. You can't sit there and tell somebody, "Oh, well, you're spiteful for something they're trying to take our company," when you literally sat there, when your family literally sat there and took their company. That's number one. Number two, okay, you have a very pretty speech. Oh, let's rob. First of all, I was with Brady. Brady was like, "Hey, listen, this company is a curse. Okay, we've been sneaky trying to vie for the top for a hot minute, backstabbing each other." One second, Jonathan. Um, you've been sneaky trying to backstab each other for a hot minute. It's better to sit there and take something now than to try to, fight and lose. And third of all, Maggie, what do you plan on doing? Like, do you know something that the lawyers don't know? It's a pretty speech, but what do you have to back it up with? Now Johnson says, "Do you think we're going to meet the guy who bullied Theo?" Yes. Oh, we're definitely going to meet him. We're going to meet him, and we're going to meet the other person too. What was his name? Jeremy Horton. Then he says Victor Carrick has never gave up. Yeah, that sounds pretty. I mean, listen, if they come up with a Hail Mary, listen, if I had to sit there and either take something from the company or take nothing, I mean, what are you gonna sit there and do when your own legal department basically sat there and says, we don't have a legal leg to stand on? Like, no, 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 I want you to sit there and think about that. If your own legal company, your own legal team sits there and tell you you don't have anything to stand on, what are we fighting for? Because you can fight and lose and not get anything. Spikewood says Maggie's speech was like Captain America and Avengers Endgame when they went back. Listen, Captain America's speech will never be duplicated. Okay, like that's the type of dude that will sit there and give you a speech, and you're like, you know what? Listen, I know we're all about to die, but I really believe in this guy. Oh, Jeremy Horton, yes, has been on the show before. He was played by Trevor Donovan. Okay. Danny says time to play dirty, then Xander Phillip can find a way. Help bring back Vivian. Danny, I love your optimistic spirit. It is amazing. Listen, I can't wait for Portia to be exposed with Isaiah. Well, let me ask you a question, Spider. What do you think that I'm gonna ask you I'm gonna ask you a question. What do you think of the MCU now? Do you think it's too woke? Oh yeah, no, I will always count that. I mean, I've always counted as canon, so like that's not going away. But do you think that it's too woke, as some people say? Danny says Gabby can turn on Tony since he's giving Theo her job he promised her. Oh shit, you're right. You know, Danny, you're actually right. Why doesn't he? Okay, Spider. Why doesn't he? Why doesn't he do it for you? Dory. Okay, so I get it. You're trying to fill in for Ron. You're trying to fill in for Ron. I already have a Justin. And wait, no, actually no, never mind. You're trying to fill in for DC as far as being the trash troll. Danny said, I don't get why Kane didn't use the AI program when he had everyone cat. You know, it's funny, Danny. You said that last time, and it made sense. I was like, you had everyone in it. You could have just used it then. Like, you really could have. I don't understand why you did. I don't get that. I'm not diminishing you, Darby. I'm just saying, like, you've been saying a couple of trolling comments all night. Listen, I appreciate it. As said Johnny telling Chanel he's worried about his job at Titan the Mirror, Tony's uncle. You know, Ed, you have a very good point. You have a very good point. Okay, I get it, Spider. I get it. It's in a weird way. It's like Nightwing trying to be Batman. Like there was a comic when he actually became Batman. So I get it. Darby says no trolling for me tonight. Darby, you been trolling since you got here. The hell are you talking about, bro? You trolling me now. Why even saying that? Like I said, Jonathan, yes, he is she is there we go. DC says, well, if it isn't damn it, DC, if you would have came here early, you would have saw like the greatest fucking villain of all time. And unfortunately, I'm not going to sit there and bore everyone by redoing it again. Alistair Crane from Passions. I just played all three scenes from Alistair Crane. Alistair Crane from Passions. No. Oh shit. His things, but I heard he got hurt, but I didn't know he cracked his. Oh, god damn. Oh, do you see Alistair Crane? That's that's what I'm gonna sit there and say. Alistair fucking Crane has got to be the worst villain, or like, yeah, well, the worst person. I'm gonna take a look at that. I'm gonna take a look at that, Spider. I knew he got hurt, but I didn't know it was that bad. Johnson says Sophia blaming Johnny for ruining her life is insane. I mean, like I said, she's being a typical Jan Spears knockoff, and yeah, I was like, no. Let me tell you something. That didn't ruin your life. You ruined your life, and you spreaded your goddamn legs. Darby says that guy is what Albert thinks he wants to treat cat. No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. Like, don't do that. Oh shit. Oh damn. It's fine. I wonder what he was trying to do when he hurt his head. Like, was it? I'm assuming this sounds fucked up. I'm assuming it's some sort of flip or something. Darby, I'd rather you accuse me of being Drew than being Alistair Crane. We just saw that night. Then see this. Okay, no, let me highlight this. Then he says Sophia should have kept her goddamn legs closed. That's why I rock with Danny Bear. Oh, you ruined my life. No, girl, you ruined your own goddamn life. Shut up. What are you talking about? Oh, and DC, I gotta hit you up. I gotta hit you. Okay, Jack, remind me to sit there and hit DC up before I go to bed. Well, before I end the stream, because I gotta hit DC up. But I did sit there and say I was gonna show y'all this clip. Okay, well, I didn't say this to y'all, but I said this to myself since I don't want Darby Smith there looking at my cute ass. So I'm gonna take a look at this. Like I said, I think he did. I think he did a flip. Darby, you stop it. Spike Quick says he deserved a. Oh, he suffered a fall. I don't know from what. I don't know from what, but probably something high. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Spider. It's unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of pissed off right now. Yeah, I'm gonna read this clip. I'm gonna read this, and then I'll show you on a clip. It says, Do you still think Deke on Beyond Bold and Beautiful is a bad actor? I watched him in like 3 episodes. He's not a bad. He's just Deacon's son, so that should be good. He he's what? I'm sorry. Hold on. But do you think that Deke is on B&B is a bad actor? I watched him in 3 episodes, and he's not bad, and he's Deke's son, so that should be good. Well, I mean, being somebody's son doesn't necessarily mean like you know. I mean, it's interesting. I will say this much though. I will say this. I don't understand why he felt the need to sit there and say to his dad that he was gay today. It's like your dad loved you for a long time and you wouldn't be visiting your dad if you felt like he had a problem with storyline wise, yeah. If you had a problem with you being gay. So I don't understand what was the point of bro. See, these are the type of comments that I sit there and think that DC is trolling me. Because DC has been watching Bold and Beautiful way longer than me. So I don't understand why he's asking these questions, but DC likes to troll. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna show y'all this. Tracy Steves. See, that's what I'm saying, Spidey. He likes to troll. What the hell is this? Okay. Oh, there we go.
Megan actually passed away nearly 20 years ago, but I still to this day get stopped on the street by Fraternity Row fans who remember the characters that she played. And some ask how she's doing or will she ever return. But I must tell you that there are times I get so caught up in the show that I find myself wondering the same thing. The fans are so loyal, so passionate, so invested in their stories. I always ask how they started watching Fraternity Row. Some of them were stay-at-home mothers taking a break before their children came home from school. Others were college students with free time between classes. Many of them inherited a love of the show from their parents or their grandparents, who were longtime fans themselves. I remember the first time I tuned into Fraternity Row. I was hooked instantly. I needed to know what would happen next to these fascinating people. Would the hero and the heroine find their way back to true love? Would the villains get their comeuppance? Or would their crimes go unpunished? Would loving families overcome their obstacles? Or would their troubles prove too difficult to surmount? Ultimately, that's what soap opera is about. Families. Close families. Rival families. Even families that are unexpected. Or the ones we choose for ourselves. And when a show is lucky enough to be on the air as long as Fraternity Row has been on, these families become extensions of our own. The audience might be upset when a favorite actor leaves, but they're always willing to welcome a new one, even when that new cast member is quite different than the one being replaced. After all, this is a place where people come back from the dead, go off to grade school in the morning, and come home from high school in the afternoon. Because for every new face, every new couple, every new family, there are long familiar faces. Some who have grown up before our very eyes. And a few more we hope to watch grow up. We know them so well. They've become our friends. We yearn for their happiness, especially when it's hard won. We laugh as they laugh. We cry as they cry, and we can't imagine doing without them. And when things are at their very worst on the show, that's when we seem to enjoy them the most. There's just one thing we have to do to keep them in our lives. Tune in tomorrow. A lot to hide.
Okay. So I said that this week, and I was like, I saw that clip, and it made me think about, DC's trolling. So I guess, Darby, you could sit there and take a break. Oh, by the way, DC, Darby was thinking they're trying to take your job as far as being, the trollers of the chat. But I saw that clip, and I played it over this weekend for the members, and I was like, I think the regular subscribers will want to sit there and watch it. Everything she said was spot on, though. Everything that she said was spot on. Now take a break. Well, I mean, DC, he he was that they're trying to be the troll of the chat. I was like, nah, bro, that's DC's job. I'm currently on the current stats when it comes to trolling. I know we haven't yet. Well, I have to sit there and message you. I will text you after. Since people have been asking about something, I was like, all right, let me hit up DC. Let me hit up DC. Damn, it's like I haven't been on in 2 days, and I felt like I haven't been on in like forever. And see, DC, you see that Darby's still trolling, right? He's still trying to vie for your job. Johnson says Molecular did that story based on the fact that the show actually got. Oh, shit! Wow. See, like I said, Darby has been trying to troll, taking your job, trying to take your job and your spot. Yeah, that's the thing though, DC. Like, trust me, I wanted to come on those 2 days, but I was like, I I had to work late, and then I had to wake up early in the morning, so I was like, I couldn't do it. Johnson said, "Did you?" I'm actually getting Prime tomorrow, so I'm gonna catch up. I'm getting Prime tomorrow. Yeah, I'm getting Prime tomorrow. So I was like, because that's the thing, Jonathan. When you're on YouTube, they keep like showing you clips and they keep showing you clips, and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna fucking get it. Like, relax, I'm gonna get it tomorrow. It's like they keep poking you like, so when you gonna get it? So like, well, it's like, did you get it yet? As says, I hope days don't put Sarah and Xander together because Sarah told Marlena she was thinking about working things out. Okay, Ed, it's funny. You and Jonathan kind of almost have like the same mindset when it comes towards them getting back together. I used to love One Like Love. Seriously, Cherry, like that's the thing, like because Jonathan was asking me about it's like when you're gonna get it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it tomorrow. But they will sit there and keep like they'll keep sitting there showing you little things or whatever. And it's like, all right, bro, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Like, relax. Like, I'm gonna get it. So, but I want to get it though. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't actually had Prime in a while. So, and plus Gen V and the boys in the same universe. So like, I gotta watch it. Oh yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, Danny says, look like Xander and Sarah will passionately hug this week in the blackout. And you're gonna have a killer coming on too. Allison says back then GH was pissing me off with the Franco crap. Yeah, good old Franco, right? Um, well, which one though? Because there was two. There was actual James Franco, and then there was Roger Howard's version of Franco. So which Franco are you talking about? Which Franco are you talking about? But yes, they got two characters. Oh, James Franco. Okay, you have two characters to come in. You have Jeremy Horton, and you have some other dude that apparently was bullying Theo when he was in high school. I'm like, Theo, just tell your dad that you want to work at Demera. And Paulina usually kind of annoys me, but like she was like, hey, how about you work for Tight? How about you work for Demera and you change it from the inside out? Francis says we don't actually know that Jeremy is coming back. Well, did somebody sit there saying that she was coming back though? Like, I don't know if it was somebody said today that he was coming back. Um Somebody said today he was coming back. I don't know if it was Julie. I think it was Julie. Julie said that Julie was sitting there saying that what you call it that no, there's no confirmation, but I'm sitting there saying like Julie sat there and said that she's coming back. I mean he's coming back. Facts, Jonathan. I mean facts, Ed. Yeah, he is just there. But um I did like him telling Gabby like I'm done apologizing. And I that actually gave me that gave me joy. Like that gave me joy. Oh, hold on. Ed says Jeremy Erdy's back. He was outside Alex and Stephanie's apartment. They just didn't show his face. Okay. Yes, Danny. She mentioned him today. Ed, you guys have to become a member. I know you've been working on it, but you gotta become a member though. Like I put in a little bit more clips with the whole Alaston Crane thing. Um, and that's just some of the stuff that I was nothing to say I can't show the rest, but he was oof, he was literally the definition of a goddamn monster in every sense of the word. So yeah, Ed, when you get a chance, you gotta become a member. Oh, yeah. You know, it's crazy. Like, there's so many different like soap opera channels. So far, it's just a rumor. Um, Sensei of Soaps. Me oh my, there's so many different YouTube channels. I mean, there's so many soap channels out there. Also, just want to throw it out there. If y'all are not watching a show called Hollyoaks, which um Dolomex and DC put me on, definitely check out a show called Hollyoaks. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, no, it's. I mean, I here's the thing. Yeah, Jonathan, it is just a rumor, but it's it's more like they've been hinting at it though. You remember there was a point where Stephanie was like, there was a point where Stephanie was like, there's certain things in the book that I don't want out because I did X, Y, and Z with Jeremy, and I don't want him to know. Yeah, that's true, Ed. That's true. I got you, Ed. I got you. But yeah, no, I definitely want you in the stream. I'm at some point I might have to I might have to do a part two of Allison Crane because he's um but yeah, they've been hitting at it. Plus there was a point where Steve sat there and mentioned Jeremy as far as like being a really bad boyfriend of Stephanie. So like yeah, it they're hinting at it, but like they've been doing their hinting has been very heavy handed. Like really heavy handed. So but you're right, Jonathan. You're right. I don't think they'll be doing so much heavy-handed stuff if it's not going to really go that far. Yeah, it could be, and they could. Yeah, I mean, Jonathan, I think they call that a red heron. I think like they call it like a red heron. So yeah, that could be right. That could be right. Um, but yeah, doing these like the members whatever like doing like the focus on different characters. Like it's been especially when you like read up on them because like I feel like if I just would have did the clips without actually reading up on Alistair Crane, so I'm looking forward to the next one. And then I got another one after that. I'm not gonna say what it is, but he's he's also pretty bad. That's what I'm gonna say. But I think we're gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna end it here. It has been a long day, and I don't want to sleep the day away. So I think I'm gonna end it here. But yes, I will be back tomorrow. Usual time. You know how we do. If you didn't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Make sure you share the videos because it does help. And also become a member. And it's good to see you, Tracy. See, it seems like it's been a minute. Johnson says, join us next time for another edition of Suit Chat with Albert Bostic. Thank you, Jonathan. The Michael Baldwin of the chat. To my Victor Newman, of course. This was fun. Johnson says, good night, everyone. Hit the like button. Yes, hit that goddamn like button because it really does actually help. Seriously, it does. Yeah, and I'll be back tomorrow, usual time. Also, have a night, Allison. Subscribe to Danny Bear 87 if you are not subscribed to Danny Bear. I think you're at like 400 something subscribers right now, right? Like 450 or 430 subscribers right now. So yeah, she does her live streams on Saturdays. I forgot what time, but she does her live streams on Saturdays. So definitely check her out. She's like 400 something, so that's what's up. Yep, see, I had an idea. Like I said, I'm the Victor Newman. For better or worse. 460, yes. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to Danny Bear 87. Show her some love. Watch her videos, her shorts, and her live streams when she goes on Saturdays. And no one actually reminded me about contacting DC, but I'm gonna contact DC afterwards. We gotta set up some stuff. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Of course, Danny, listen, I don't tell people to subscribe to anyone if I don't believe in them. So I just don't. And I believe in you, Danny. So you're gonna do great things. Have a night, Cherry Ice Cream. Thank you for joining. Have a night, Queen of the South. Have a night, Blackmon. Queen Janet, Queen Jess, Ed, and anyone else I miss, you know who you are. I'll see you in the next stream. Laters.